Hi, everybody. This is John Preto. I am an internet marketeer. I've been making my living on the internet before there was a World Wide Web. So I've been around for a long time, and I'm excited to share with you a new business concept called OneCoin out of Europe and Asia, growing very, very rapidly, just being introduced to the United States this month of July. So timing is very, very good on this one. What we're talking about here is cryptocurrency. And so I thought it'd be interesting to juxtapose as society evolved the different types of currencies that were used. So we used to basically use a barter system, and then all kinds of things were utilized as currency as society progressed. So cattle and shells and leather and all kinds of interesting currencies, but none of them really scaled very well. And as society changes, so has our currency. And in this internet age and the age of mobile devices, doesn't it make sense that we should be using some sort of digital currency? And that's what has these guys that have more money than me and success than me are saying. So Bill Gates, in the future, transactions will be digital, universal, and almost free. Here's Sir Richard Branson, and he says, "It feels strange to think of a world without cash. No more coins or notes to find down the back of a sofa, but it appears that's the way things are heading." And then finally, we have Ben Bernanke, who was the former Federal Reserve chairman, and he says virtual currencies may hold long-term promise, particularly if innovations promote a faster, more secure, and more efficient payment system. And those are the attributes exactly that are designed into a cryptocurrency. So they're global, so I can move money globally without having them to be exchanged. Low friction exchange means there's no intermediaries in between the exchange. If they are, they're very, very small. And so instead of a bank or a credit card company taking huge amount of fees for moving money around, that's solved with cryptocurrency. Fixed money supply. What that means is, like gold or like diamonds or any other commodity, cryptocurrencies are fixed money supply. There's a finite amount of supply of cryptocurrency that's all designed and controlled by mathematical algorithms. And we're going to go through this. You don't have to know all about how this thing works, but I'm going to give you a high-level understanding of those features and more about the cryptocurrency. So the leader in the cryptocurrency space is Bitcoin. You may have heard of Bitcoin. About 50% of the people that I talk to have heard of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not a company. It's not owned by anybody. It's a protocol. And so Satoshi Nakamoto published a paper highlighting the details of Bitcoin in 2008, and then he released the protocol into the open source in 2009, and people started mining, this thing called mining, which means that they're just uncovering the actual mathematical equation solutions. And then it started to trade in 2009, and people were exchanging cash for these coins, less than $1 for a couple of years, and then you had a couple blips. But 2013 is when this Bitcoin took off like a rocket ship and closed up over $1,200 in November of 2013. Now they show up on the radar, right? So they've been trading in 2015 for about $250 in that range. And so if you got in early on Bitcoin, you're a happy person right now, and you're probably not watching my video. And so as a juxtaposed against OneCoin, we are right now trading less than $1. You could actually acquire the coins for less than $1. We're trading at about $1 right now. And so the people at OneCoin watched the success of Bitcoin, and they basically made a better version of a cryptocurrency. I want to talk now about mining. This term called mining is a very complex thing to try to grasp. However, I'm going to simplify it in this process. We're going to create our own cryptocurrency, and we're going to say, okay, we're going to create a cryptocurrency, and if we add two whole numbers together to get 5, that will be our coin. It's finite in nature, right? And so what are the 3 equations that you can think of out of the top of your head to equal 5? So 2 plus 3 equals 5. I found that solution to the equation. I've rewarded with a coin. 4 plus 1 equals 5. I found that solution. I'm rewarded with a coin. 5 plus 0. I found that solution. I'm rewarded with a coin. That's a very high level. Bitcoin has 21 million coins, and OneCoin has 2.1 billion coins. And so this at a very, very high level is how cryptocurrency works. And I could own 2 plus 3, and you could own 4 plus 1, and I would keep that in my digital wallet. Now, if I wanted to send you money or buy something from you, all I need to know is your address, kind of like your email address, and I could send you 2 plus 3 equals 5, and then you could keep that in your digital wallet. That's the very high-level explanation of what a cryptocurrency is. When I show people that, they say, okay, come on, John, now, how do you just create a mathematical equation, and where does the value come from? What is it backed by? Well, what are your dollars backed by? Nothing. The value of cryptocurrency comes from the market. So I'll give a few examples here in this slide. A pristine edition of Action Comics #1, which first introduced Superman, is sold for $3.2 million. Where did that value come from? Because it's rare, somebody was willing to pay $3.2 million. So cryptocurrency is finite, just like in this commodity example. Another example is the world's rarest stamp sold for $9.5 million. Where did that value come from? It came from the marketplace. Somebody was willing to pay for that. Probably a better example is this website called Second Life, where you have a virtual world you see here on the picture, and you create an avatar, and then you create what color hair, how do you want his face to look, what kind of clothes, and then you walk around in this world, and you can build a house, and you can meet people, and et cetera, et cetera. What they did is they introduced their own virtual currency called Linden dollars, and in 2009, people spent 567 million real dollars buying these Linden dollars so that they could navigate within this virtual world. Where did that value come from? It came from the market and what people were willing to pay for those Linden dollars. So probably my most important slide in my slide deck is this one here. If you ever want to know the future of what's going on in the technology industry, you watch the venture capital firms up in Silicon Valley where they're investing their money. Some of the smartest people have roomfuls of MBAs, graduates, calculating, vetting things out and running the numbers on particular industries. In 2012, the VCs put $2 million into the cryptocurrency world. In 2013, 99 million. 2014, 349 million. In 2015, estimated over $1 billion dollars of VC monies being invested. This is a huge leading indicator of the belief level of the VCs up in Silicon Valley putting money into cryptocurrency. If it's safe enough a bet for those guys, it's a safe enough bet for you and I. Trust me on this. Some very, very smart money is going in on cryptocurrency. Here's an example of a company that's funded by VCs. Western Union today, if you want to send cash around the world, especially here in the southern United States, we have lots of Hispanics that work here in the United States, and they send money back home to Mexico, and they get charged anywhere from 10 to 40% for fees for that service. BitPesa comes along and says, we can do the same thing. We're only going to charge 3 to 6% fees. That's a tenth of the amount of fees that Western Union charges. That's a huge disruption in the finance industry, and BitPesa is just one example. The only reason why there's fees at all, remember what Bill Gates says, very, very small transaction fees, because they're having to convert it back to cash. If you just wanted to send money to your friends or family on their wallet, you would just send money directly to their wallet if you wanted to keep it in cryptocurrency. So here's another example of of Gartner, the world's leading information technology research advisory company, showing the hottest technology commodities out there today. And they have cryptocurrency towards the top of this graph here, where they list, the exciting new technologies coming to market. And they have identified cryptocurrency there near the top of their graph. So more proof. So the owners of OneCoin watched the success and the challenges of Bitcoin, and they said, you know what? We can do better than that. We can do some things with this new cryptocurrency that we think makes a lot more sense. More advanced and secure. You might have heard some bad things about Bitcoin and people using it to buy drugs and stuff. That's not going to happen with OneCoin because unlike Bitcoin's anonymity, did I say that right? OneCoin is a company and is controlled and knows their users. So nobody's going to be doing any illicit things with OneCoin. Centralized mining pools. So the company has the room full of servers that are doing mining, unlike Bitcoin, where you have to have a room full of servers mining the coin today. OneCoin provides that to its members as a service. That's a huge advantage. Timing as well. I showed you the Bitcoin graph where it took off. We're in the early stages of OneCoin's development now. You're seeing this early, and that's a huge advantage. Smaller denominations, we've got more coins than Bitcoin, and so our prices will be less expensive, more affordable for the common folks. So we also have our own exchange where we're able to exchange the coins in our market as members. And that market is controlled, which is a huge advantage. We're not going to have these huge upswings or downswings like you've witnessed with Bitcoin, and that's a huge advantage over Bitcoin. So here's the founder and CEO of OneCoin. It's Dr. Ruja Ignatova, and she has a PhD from University of Oxford in England. She also has a master's degree in economics. She's pictured here, and this was the magazine Forbes in Bulgaria. That's her pictured there. And she was also a partner with McKinsey & Company, which is one of the world's largest consulting companies globally. She did mostly work in economics and finance, a lot of work in the banking industry. And so she's extremely well educated, very smart, very knowledgeable. Now, my partner here, Michael Matthias, did his vetting on this company. This is a relatively young company, less than a year old. So rather than, read some blogs on the internet site, Michael here actually got on a plane, flew to Bulgaria to meet with her. She opened her office up. He actually was there for 2 days. He actually filmed her, interviewed her, asking the tough questions that we all had. And he actually met other leaders in the group, listed here, Per Carlson's one of the leaders in OneCoin as members. And Michael came away very satisfied with Dr. Ruja's ability to execute and provide a vision for this company. And that's all I needed because I've known Michael for a long time and I trust his judgment. And so that was the vetting process that we used, way back earlier this year. And the company's been operating on all cylinders. Everything that they say they're going to do, they do. And our growth has been phenomenal. Now less than a year. We're about month 9 right now, and we have over 430,000 members as of the 1st of July. So we have this system of mining that the company does for us, and you are provided tokens when you buy your educational package with OneCoin. I'm going to talk about those here in a couple slides. We are provided these tokens, and as of June 11th, there are 6 tokens for every 1 coin. So when you get your educational package, you are supplied with these mining tokens. You submit those to the company, and then they provide you or mine the coins for us. And so here's the projections. You saw the projections based on the Bitcoin. Here's the projections that the company produces, with a disclaimer, of course. Nobody knows what the future is going to hold, but based upon fundamentals and economics, Dr. Ruja did 2 scenarios, an optimistic and a base. And my experience with this is we're closer tracking the optimistic than the base scenario. But she shows 1 year out, and this is approximately by the end of this year, that you're going to see a OneCoin price in between 250 and 5 euros, which is a nice capital growth on the coin itself. So how do I get involved with this company? And so Here are 5 different packages that the company sells. These are educational packages that you're buying that have the mining tokens associated to each package. We have from 130 euros, it's about $150, to the Tycoon package, which is 5,030 euros, which is about $5,600. And you see the associated tokens for each one of those accounts. Note that each account splits, which basically doubles in value, but the Tycoon trader splits twice or quadruple your value in mining tokens. And so there's some special value to that Tycoon package over the other 4 packages. So for me, this is kind of like the planets aligning in a deal. I see all kinds of opportunities come across my desk. I engage with extreme few of those opportunities. I have known experience with Bitcoin, and I thought, this cryptocurrency industry is taking off. You saw evidence of that from the VCs putting money in. It's the future of money. You saw Bill Gates and Sir Richard Branson basically say that this is the future of money. And so OneCoin has decided to use a network marketing approach to grow their ecosystem, which was absolutely brilliant maneuver, and it's working, hence the growth of members coming into OneCoin. And so overlaying network marketing on top of cryptocurrency model was absolutely a brilliant maneuver. And timing is important. So getting involved with this and getting your package and getting your mining tokens sooner than later, which is right now. We're just bringing this opportunity to the United States. And so you're seeing this at an opportune time. And so I want to thank you for your attention. Get back to the person that sent this video. And with that, I will see you soon.